The time is 11 o'clock on this late Monday night, November 26, 2018. It is time now for the Peter Channel. 11 o'clock news on this late Monday night, November 26, 2018. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter J. Wiggins. It's 11 o'clock, and it is 46 degrees in Norton, Massachusetts. Top stories on the Peter Channel. 11 o'clock news is Paul Manafort plea deal by repeated land. Miller said how a photographer captured the image of a migrant mother and her children fleeing tear gas. Trump says he doesn't believe his own administration report on the climate impact of climate change. Kushner pushed Trump administration official to inflate the value of the Saudi arms deal. In New Hampshire, no one saw it coming as men shot 8 times to died after checking on a neighbor's house. Trump dives into the cultural firestorm in Mississippi Senate contest. Submarine Navy barbarian farts scandal nets another senior sailor. Obamacare is having a surprisingly good year. Russia's seizure of Ukrainian ships is an outrage violation, Haley says at UN. Trump outside May calling a Brexit deal great for the European Union. Trump ordered demand for $5 billion to the border wall as shutdown looms. The crazy tale on how the UK Parliament ended up with a secret Facebook documents. GM to idle plants and cut thousands of jobs that sell slow. Remain letters from California linked to E. coli outbreak, and United Detective breaking itself into 3 companies. Looking at the stocks, the Dow up 354.20, the 24,640.24, SP5 up 4.8, 2673.45, Nasdaq up 142.87 at 78.1.85. Look at news from the wires. Central American migrants kept in Tijuana, Mexico on the U.S. border were still doing their day as the U.S. reported these food tear gas at them as they approached. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention investigated 26 possible cases of polio-like condition. Acute meningitis include 116 confirmed ones. 4 Parkland High School staff members resign. FDA gives okay to eat some remaining lettuce. Tennessee death row inmate David R. Mill on Monday chose lethal injection of method of execution next month. Or on Monday becomes the first state to accept Bitcoin as a tax payment option of businesses. Sotheby's kicked off its first Geek Win University this week with a series of auctions of space localization and science and technology memorabilia. In North Attleboro, 2 children and 2 adults were taken to area hospitals after a 3-car collision on Route 1 and Everett Street at the Plainville line on Monday afternoon. A 55-year-old woman and a 61-year-old man were taken to City Memorial Hospital. Fire officials reported. 2 children are taken to the hospital. Children's Hospital Department said as a precaution. Fire Captain George McKinnon said. None of the injuries were life-threatening, McKinnon said. Plainville firefighters assisted North Attleboro crews. The accident occurred around 3:15 p.m. at Route 1 South on Everett Street and involved 3 cars. A minivan and the car collided head-on, the police said, and both of those vehicles sustained heavy front-end damage. Plainville police diverted southbound traffic to Route 1 and Route 106 and North Attleboro police diverted traffic on the Route 1 to Elmwood Street and to Park Street. The road was blocked by about an hour to 45 minutes and it caused accident investigation by North Attleboro police. Taunton police and schools team up to beef up security. Rockland police chief struck by accused drunken driver. Stoughton mentioned it as transit-oriented development for Boston-bound professionals. On the other side, fate of Stoughton public projects in Monday afternoon car chase on Route 106 in West Bridgewater. Local charity steps up in Quincy family in need. Hingham's suspicious Hobart street fire investigation closed. The Quincy House in 40 days has been named a high-performing agency by the Federal Department of Housing and Urban Development 4 years after coming under first state and federal scrutiny. NASA scientists find possibly infectious superbugs on board on the International Space Station. NASA InSight spacecraft lands on Mars after 6-month journey. CDC confirms 1 in 16 kids with a polio illness this year. Autism prevalence now 1 in 40 U.S. kids, steady estimate. Chinese scientists have claimed to use CRISPR to make first genetically edited babies. Peter Chill News Time is 11:05 on this late Monday night. Time now for Sport. The Boston Celtics over the New Orleans Pelicans 124-107, while the Boston Bruins fall to the Toronto Maple Leafs up in Toronto 4-2. James Harden poured on 54 points, but the Washington Wizards come out top 135-131 in overtime. Minnesota Timberwolves over the Cleveland Cavaliers 102-95. Charlotte Hornets over the Milwaukee Bucks 110-107. San Antonio Spurs edge at the Chicago Bulls 108-107. Indiana Pacers leading Utah Jazz 148-83 with 4-1 left in the fourth quarter. And it's a Golden State Warriors 26, Orlando Magic 25. Other NHL sports: Florida Panthers 4, New Jersey Devils 3 in final overtime. Washington Capitals 4, New York Islanders 1, Rangers 4, Ottawa Senators 2, and the Columbus Blue Jackets 7 in Detroit Red Wings 5. And in NFL Monday Night Football, it's the Houston Texans 34 and the Tennessee Titans 17. How Mike McCarthy ruined Packers wasting Aaron Rodgers. Cincinnati Bengals placed Andy Dalton on injured reserve, and Atlanta Braves signed Josh Johnson a 1-year, $23 million contract. And locally, the Not Lancers middle school basketball has a new coach, and it is Darren Doucette, who is now going to be coaching the middle school boys basketball team, and Zach Ruby, the older brother of Nick Ruby and two-time TBL champion, is now named the Not Lancers boys basketball freshman coach. Peter Chill Star Bears 11:07 on this late Monday night, and it's time now for the Peter Channel Traffic and Transit Check. Baby, let's set it off on the MBT to Greenland Bush Line train 093 10 p.m. from substation orbit 10:50 minutes scheduled between Quincy Center and Greenbush, and Providence train 8:35 10 p.m. from substation orbit 25:30 minutes scheduled to the mechanical issue, and the ferries they are looking good. Okay. Look at the highways and byways in Rhode Island. Today on the northbound side, so after Route 95 at work, 130 westbound side, those around Jamestown, but it's looking good in Rhode Island. And southeast of Massachusetts and Cape Cod, Route 16 eastbound side. Also prefer Route 132 in Hyannis. And 149 southbound side, so the Lakeville stretch at 44 eastbound side, also Route 3 in Plymouth. Boston vicinity, Mass Spec westbound side, Little so around the western stretch after Route 128, headed towards the Natick Graham area. 495 at the north, southbound southwest to Main Street and Hopkins. Route 2 both ends by the Pittsburgh stretch. Route 190, southbound side, also on Lancaster, Massachusetts, 84. Southbound side, rules are after 20 in Sturbridge. Mass Spec, eastbound side, also to Blandford, Massachusetts. Mass Spec, westbound side, between Huntington and then Beckett, Massachusetts. 91, southbound side, rules are Route 2 in Greenfield, Massachusetts. In Connecticut, Route 91, westbound side, rules are Middletown, Connecticut. 284 westbound side, so after 291 in Manchester, Connecticut. Route 8, northbound side, rules are Connecticut. 278 eastbound, westbound side, Brooklyn Queens Expressway, Lowes on 478. West Side Highway, slow on Upper Manhattan and Midtown Tunnel, slow on both ends. East Side Highway, a little slow before 485 in East Manhattan. Lincoln Tunnel, closed for overnight road work. Holland Tunnel, it's a little slow on both ends. On the Jersey side, 95 on the southbound side, also on 87 headed towards the George Washington Bridge. And up north, 91, slow on both ends between the Massachusetts-Vermont border and right over all the way down to Interstate 89 due to snow. 89, both ends back between Concord, New Hampshire and Montpelier, Vermont. 93, both ends back up between Norfolk, Concord, New Hampshire, and all the way up to the White Mountains, New Hampshire. And Main Turnback, slow on both ends between Portland and Augusta. And 95, slow between the Main Turnback and Waterville. And 25, it's slow between Norfolk, Portland, Maine, all the way up to Augusta, Maine due to the snow. 95 on the southbound side, slow on Old Town, Maine, and 87 on both ends match between Lake George and Lake Placid, New York. And off Interstate 87 is southbound side, Little Soil around Route 11 in Champlain, New York, and Ottawa 15, so in southern Quebec and towards Montreal, northbound Ottawa 15. Peter Childers time. 11:10 on this late Monday night. It's Mon Nov for a weather report. Rain showers coming on much of eastern Massachusetts and heavy bands of rain showers on the line from Natick all the way down to Boston vicinity and stretching around Linden, Beverly, and stretching all the way up into southern New Hampshire and central portions of Massachusetts, down around Connecticut, and snowing around west central Massachusetts and stretching on North Adams and up into Vermont, New Hampshire, and much of Maine, and raining in the line from Montgomery, New Jersey, all over to Queensboro, New York, and zooming you out shows rain coming on much, so snow coming on much of Maine, New Hampshire, and up into Vermont, and up into southern Quebec, and into the Adirondack, New York State, and stretching up into northeastern Pennsylvania, and snow on the line from eastern Kentucky and down to western Virginia, up into several portions of Ohio and the eastern portion of Ohio, down to several portions of Ontario, and it's raining around the Toronto area, stretching up into Ottawa, and snowing and raining west of Montreal, and stretching to western Quebec. Okay. Look at the temperature spread around the region. It's in the 30s, the 40s, and some New England way. Temperatures in the upper 20s, the low 30s, and northern New England at 14 degrees, reading in Mount Washington, New Hampshire. Heavy rain tonight may result in some minor river and stream, flood and flat midweek condition, a few inches of snow, and perhaps some light ice and possible on the east slopes of the Berkshires and maybe even the far northern Worcester Hills outside of the current winter weather advisory for western Franklin County in Massachusetts. Okay, let's take a look at our forecast. And it goes like this. Tonight, rain may be before 3 a.m. Low on 42 degrees, east of about 750 miles per hour, west side of midnight, west gust size 33 miles an hour, chest space, 1% new percent 3.7 inch possible for tonight, Tuesday. Most of the got temperature fall to 39 by 5 p.m. and southwest about 8 to 10 miles gust size 30 miles an hour for Tuesday. Forecast about 31 degrees, southwest about 8 miles an hour. Wednesday, slight chance of rain before noon, then a slight chance of showers between noon and 3 p.m. Increase skies about 41 degrees and low 31. Winds west off about 5 to 7 miles an hour. Chest space to 20% for Thursday. Sunday and mostly clouds about 43 about 26 degrees. For Friday, Sunday and mostly clouds about 41 about 28 degrees. For Saturday, mostly clouds about 43 about 31 degrees. Chest space to 40%. Sunday, chest rain still mostly clouds about 50 about 38 degrees. Chest space to 40%. And for Monday, most sun's about 48 degrees. And currently in Norton, it's raining in 46. And that's gonna be it for the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news on this late Monday night, November 26, 2018. Peter Woods, hope you have a good night. Want to get positive news, and now see you tomorrow morning. And more important, I hope y'all have a good night.